Okay, welcome everybody. Looks like the rain took out some of your audience this morning. I really want to welcome all of you here to the KITP. I'm Lars Bildsten, the director. It's a real pleasure for us to be back at it. We had a really successful teachers conference on Saturday, I guess 2 days ago now. Everything's a bit of a haze. So we had about probably 60 high school physics teachers from around the country come and learn all about neutrinos for a day. And it was a great event. Of course, all the talks are online, so if any of you would like to use those for whatever purposes you may have, I'd really welcome you to take advantage of those talks. I think it was a really great summary of what's happening in the field, but also done at a level that you could certainly use for other purposes. So I really enjoyed participating, and I want to thank the speakers who were here for that, for their time. Let me say a little bit about how we end up having programs at the Institute. So we plan typically 2 years ahead to do programs. This conference is part of a longer program, and our main hallmark of the Institute are long programs, 6 to 10 weeks typically. Those programs come about from ideas from you, the community, to propose to us, and we work with our advisory board, 17 physicists who serve 3-year terms, to actually decide what are the right things for the Institute to be doing. We're wrapping up planning right now for 2023, 2024, that academic year. Pretty much nearly done in terms of completion on our side. We're working with the coordinators. So if you have ideas of future programs, please feel free to talk to me. I'll be around sort of lunches and dinners, and I'm trying to see if there's any current or former board members here. No. Mark Bowick, our deputy director, is away this week having fun with his grandchild. So I would be the one to reach out to, or you could speak to the coordinators of this program. So let me thank the coordinators of this program. Where's Alex? Alex is here. Good. Thank you, Alex, for all your work. And of course, Inez is here. Ian, and who am I going to say? Martha. Martha. She's in the far back. And Martha, double thanks to you for running the teachers conference on Saturday. So great service to the Institute and to the high school teachers. So I really appreciate it. So if you have questions about how this came to be, the coordinators can tell you how easy it is to run a program here. And that's because we have fantastic staff. So I really want to acknowledge right now 2 of the staff who are here. Of course, Claudia, who runs all the conferences. So let's give her a round of applause right now. And Craig Kunamoto, who's master IT and keeps everything running smooth. Thank you, Craig. I really want to thank our staff for getting us to this point. 2 years ago, of course, life looked quite different here at the Institute. Not only did we shut down due to the pandemic, but we also had a 10,000-gallon flood on March 10th, which was, at that point we started looking out for the next disaster. When you get floods, what is it next? Locusts, I think. So important part of our programs and conferences here is time for discussion. And so you'll see on the explicit calendar that these talks are explicitly half the amount of time of the talk is for questions. So Andre will be our first session chair, so he'll set an excellent example, and if he doesn't, it'll be recorded for all of time, because everything we do at the Institute is recorded. And so that's another resource available to you. We have about 22,000 talks that are online at this point, and all available and used for all different purposes. So again, it's a great resource we try to collect, and it's why we'll be asking you for your slides with the speakers. I'm a little rusty. I used to just be able to do this without my crib sheet, but it's been a little while. So I think otherwise, please do wear your name tags. There is another program here in astrophysical binaries, and they will be convinced that all of the food is for them. So the way we differentiate who's going out into the courtyard to get food is your name tag. So please wear your name tags. That'll keep the astrophysicists, my people, away. But that is important. So that you get that. So everything's in the courtyard. So for how many of you is this morning your first time at the Institute? Raise your hand high. Yeah, okay, so it's again about sort of 1/2. That's pretty much our number. Every year we ask how many people are new to the Institute. It's about half the people that come are new here. And the other metric we really carefully track is our number from outside the US. So we're typically 50%, and once the travel ban ended, we got back to that number, about half from outside the US. So even for program proposals, we don't differentiate. We're sort of blind to where the coordinators are coming from or to where the scientists are coming from. And that's another hallmark of the Institute. I think for dinner, if you're bringing anybody that we don't know about to dinner, please talk to Claudia so that she can collect the extra fee. And I think otherwise, I think it's time for discussions. I have to teach a class in 20 minutes, so I'm going to run because I don't even know where my classroom is yet. I haven't found it. All I know is it's on the other side of campus. It's in Theater Dance West. So I guess my students will do interpretive dance while I'm teaching. So Andre, I'm going to hand it over to you. And unfortunately, I'm going to run out the door, but I'll be around. Thank you.
Okay, so on behalf of the organizers, welcome to this 4-day-long meeting on different aspects of neutrino physics. The conference has some title that I can't remember, so I'm not going to try to say it. So I think all of the talks are going to be 30 plus 15-minute talks. For the speakers, I'll give you a 5-minute warning and then warnings after that. And do keep in mind that they do enjoy giving people lots of times for questions at the end. So do keep that in mind. And remember, when you're a speaker, it's more fun to answer questions than to give your talk because you've heard your talk before. So always try to keep that in mind. So we're going to get started right away. The first speaker is Callum Wilkinson. He's going to be telling us about results from T2K.